So as promised to all of the subscribers, building a hill for the mill. Please comment, like and subscribe. We really appreciate your feedback as it does help to arrange what we're doing. Original thoughts were very interesting for this as I had a basic layout and I had an idea of what I wanted where and when, and this included the corner where I was going to do something but not sure which or what. So the first attempt was quite interesting as I looked at what I'd built and I thought, I know, I'll put a mill in the corner, which turned out okay, and I decided I'd have a backdrop of like a hillside on the corner itself and started to look at how I could scenic the location. It worked, but still was not happy with it, so I decided to build a hill, which is what I did. I set about the process as per the other projects in building it with the polystyrene and the card, and I also looked at how I could make it work with a road leading up to the actual hillside itself. This had a number of positives, which of course included creating more space. Like I said, I started this with the polystyrene and the card, which was the skeleton. And then what I then did was, once I'd got the outline skeleton, I put it on the location and looked at the landscape and saw how I could merge the existing landscape, which was the farmland, into the mill on the hill. And gradually it started to work out, but I also needed to link it to the Marshall yard to see how best to make that work. And like I said, it created more space for me to put other buildings in, but I still need to work a little bit more on the actual landscaping into this section. The landscaping and the transitions are very important, and so what I also did was use polystyrene to create the shapes that I was looking for. And gradually what I did was I cut these to the shape I wanted them, put them together, and then I started to paint them with the acrylic green paint. Some of them was easier to do than others, as it was just a matter of getting a shape and playing around with it. But with the other location, which was between the mill and the farm, that needed a bit more work. And with this one, what I had to do was get pieces of polystyrene to fill the white space, as you can see in the image. And basically what I did was I got one sheet and then I added another sheet and another sheet and another sheet, and each time what I did was I actually used the hot knife to get the sort of shape and finish that I was looking for. And gradually this started to work, and I kept putting it back on the site, and then eventually when it was finished I decided to cover it with the acrylic putty and then paint it in the two colours of green and brown so that I could see how it would look with the grass and with the soil or the stones, and then see how that looked like once it was fitted onto the layout itself. Now this worked quite well and I was quite excited with it because it did look quite good, and I put it down on the site, and then I realised that there were still places which needed more work. So in particular how this piece of new landscape then merged into the existing. Anyway, there's a lot more to come on this because guess what? Things have changed. Please comment, like and subscribe, and thank you for your support.